Hi, everyone. So, if you're a home baker or a small bakery shop owner and you've been marketing online and you're not getting any sales and you're just totally stumped wondering what's happening, I'm getting zero results, or you're completely lost on how social media marketing works or how to market online effectively, this video is for you. Today, I'll be sharing exactly why you're not getting any results when you market online and exactly what to do, or at least how to understand what to do next, right? So, first, before I give you the exact reason, I need to explain two marketing terms that I bet most bakers don't know unless you have a marketing background. When I started, even I didn't know these terms, right? So I'll be explaining these terms so that as you market your business, you're able to understand them and figure out what to do based on your understanding of these two terms. They're definitely going to help you out in becoming a better marketer, especially when it comes to marketing online. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because I've noticed a lot of people are rather frustrated in understanding why, if I just post, why doesn't it just work? Why don't I just get sales? And so today's lesson is about understanding two particular terms and a little bit of math that goes into it. I hope you guys are up for it. But this math helped me actually increase sales by understanding how it works. Now, my name is Maureen Bilhakamari of Baking for Profit program, and in this channel, I share tips that are basically going to help small scale bakers get clear on their marketing, get clear on their offer, and create awareness for their business so you can actually start making sales. Now, I'm going to get right into it. Um, First, I'm going to share two terms when it comes to marketing, and the first one is lead generation. Now, I'm curious, type below if you know exactly what lead generation is, or maybe you've seen the term lead generation, right? Just kind of type below and let me know, do you know what lead generation is, right? But I will explain what lead generation is, right? So basically, when we say lead generation, it's about finding potential customers. If you're a business owner, you're selling cakes, you're selling pastries, you need to make sure you are consistently finding potential customers, right? And what happens is that we probably do this, we just don't know that there is a name for it. And all I'm doing right now is sharing the name that marketers give to finding potential customers. Now, if you're wondering to yourself, okay, that's great. What is a lead, right? A lead in business is a person or business who has shown interest in your cake or pastry products or services. So they haven't bought yet, but they have DM'd you or reached out to you because they're interested in exactly what you're selling. So that's what a lead is, right? So when we say lead generation, we're talking about finding potential customers because a lead is a potential customer. The second term that you need to understand is conversion rate. And in the simplest term that I can possibly explain this is when you talk about conversion, right? Conversion rate is about how many people out of those leads, those potential customers, actually become paying customers, right? Think about it like when you are entering the market and you want to buy something. When you enter the market, you're this leads that the market people are hoping will come and buy from them. But we all know just because you enter a shop, it doesn't mean you're going to buy. So you're just a lead. When you convert, when you actually pay money for this particular thing, that's when you convert into a customer, right? So if we look at the internet or maybe social media marketing, Instagram, Facebook, when people are writing you a message, when you're writing you a WhatsApp message and they're asking the prices and everything, that's a lead, right? What you're doing is looking for the lead. The lead generation is people coming to you, or maybe you DMing people, oh my God, I sell cakes, are you interested, or something like that. And then when they convert, they go from a lead to a customer. So you have converted this person from a lead to a customer, right? So that's really important to understand lead generation and conversion rates, right? And that's kind of like where things get lost in translation for people, right? So now realize that when you are marketing in general online, a lot of eyeballs or a lot of people are going to see your content, and that's what you want. You want to market your business to people, and you want them to be seeing your marketing, you want them to be seeing your messaging, your ads, if you're doing ads, your organic content, you want people to see the things that you're posting. And remember, when you post these things, not everybody is going to buy. Not even everybody is going to DM you. Some people are going to, so a lot of people are going to see your content. Like, let's say 20,000 or 1,000 people see your content. A small fraction of those will DM you and they become leads. And then another smaller fraction will actually buy from you, right? So, what happens for you to be a profitable business that is consistently getting sales online? First, you have to understand the terms lead generation. These are potential customers and what you need to do to get potential customers. And then from then on, you need to figure out how to convert people from just asking about your cakes to actually buying your cakes, right? So, one thing I want you to understand is that bakers don't realize that they need a big chunk of people seeing their content. They need a smaller chunk of people asking about their cakes and everything. And then that small chunk of people become customers who actually convert and buy from you, right? So you need to understand those things. So, what I want to do today is kind of show you a little bit of a formula for you guys to consider so that you can actually get sales. And if you're getting any value from this, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. And I wanted to share with you guys a small formula for when it comes to reaching out to people, right? So I'm going to give you a formula that's going to help you with your lead generation and that's going to help you with your conversion rates, right? So I'm going to share a little bit over here about what that means. So there's 3 formulas you need to know, and I want to tell you guys, later on you can come back and watch this again. If you need to, you can always pause and take notes. You can screenshot whatever is going to help you. But when I understood these formulas, it really helped me, and I'm consistently trying to understand even more. This year, I'm getting even deeper into understanding these formulas because they really work. We may not know them as formulas, but we do this as bakers, and what we're trying to do actually does have a formula in it. So, when it comes to trying to figure out how do I actually make my sales, right? So we call that, or let's just say, I need to figure out how to make sales. So I ask you, how much money do you want to make? So I'm going to start really simple. If you want to start making 10,000 shillings a month in your baking business, you need to sit down and ask yourself, what am I selling? Generally, how much money does my customer pay? Let's say you're selling, medium to sort of premium cakes, and one person usually pays 2,000 for an order. It could be 1 kg cake, it could be a dozen cupcakes, something like that. But let's say your average order is usually 2,000 shillings. That means if you want to make 10,000 a month, you have to figure how many customers do I need to give me 10,000. And your formula is going to be your sales goal, which is 10,000 shillings, divide by the average sale price, which is 2,000 shillings, how much each person pays. And that's going to be the number of clients you need. So here we're going to do 10,000 divided by 2,000 shillings. And that means you need 5 customers each month paying 2,000 to get you the 10,000. So realize, if you want more money in your business, if you want 100,000 and one person is paying 5,000 shillings, you do 100,000 divided by 5,000 and you figure out, hey, I need 20 customers or that many 200 customers to pay to give me this amount of money. So first and foremost, bakers have to start before marketing by getting clear on how much money do they want to make a month. You can't just go online and post. You have to get clear on exactly what it is that you want. And a lot of this, definitely, you look at what capacity can you handle? Can you actually be able to do um, 20 cakes a month? Can you do 30 cakes a month? So look at what your capacity is and then go like, okay, I can make 10 cakes a month or 5 cakes a month. So I need 5 people paying 2,000 so that I can make 10,000. So this is just one formula, right? This is how you know the number of leads, the number of, customers that you actually need in your business. Now, since I know that I need 5 customers in my business to actually buy from me, remember, I need a ton of people to look at my content, and then some of them will DM me, and then out of those who DM, some will actually buy. Remember, it goes reducing. So you need to figure out how many leads do you need in your business, writing you messages, SMSing, WhatsApp, DM, inboxing on Facebook and Instagram and all that. How many people do you need in your inbox before they actually buy. Because you will not get five people asking and five people buying. Rarely does that happen, right? So how do I figure that out, right? How do I figure I need people calling me? Now, there is no general number, especially when it comes to Kenyan bakers or at least bakers in the African region, because I don't want to tell you that people have done a survey and found, oh, if you have this many people, it equals to this many, right? But there is a number that people give business to consumer brands, right? B2C means business to consumer, and a bakery is basically a business that's selling to a consumer. So usually people say if you have 150 people inquiring per month, then you might be able to make the sales. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give home bakers a simple number. We're going to say that you need 1 to 50 people asking you per day. So you can just have one person asking per day. That's 30 days, that's 30 people. Or you can have 50 people asking per day, which is great, right? So you have a very big range. So that also means within a month, you need 30 to 1,500 people making inquiries in your business per month. This, of course, is going to depend on your goals. How many cakes can you actually sell? The size of your business. But you need at least one person asking you per day, right? Or at least 30 people per day asking you about your cakes to get anywhere close to getting customers, right? So, what's the formula for that? Again, later on, if you need to pause this, whatever you need to do, you can do so that you can be able to find out. Now, if I want to know the formula for my conversion rate, this means I want to know when people DM me, out of the people who actually buy, how many people do I need to actually convert? So we look at the converted leads. These are the people who actually bought from us, five customers. Remember, my goal was five customers, right? So I divide that by the total number of leads. So in this case, I said 50, 1 to 50. However, in this case, I'm going to be using 100, guys, right? This is more realistic. So for me to get five customers, I had to have 100 people DM me in various platforms. It's not one platform. And when 100 people asked me questions and called me and entered my shop or whatever, I was able to get five customers out of that. So if you want to know what your conversion rate is, remember the first term I had told you about, five customers divided by 100 inquiries times 100 gives you 5% conversion rate. Now, just to give you a different example, if you only need 50 people to ask you questions for you to get five people to buy, you do 5 divide by 50 times 100. So you need to figure out what your conversion rate is as a small business owner, right? So for you as a baker, this means you have an overall number of 100 inquiries, they ask you questions, and only 5 bought. The reason I'm telling you this is that everybody's different. My conversion rate is different from your conversion rate. And for us, it's different between products, right? So you need to figure out how you need to understand your marketing, you need to understand your product, you need to understand how do you position your offer, what niche are you in, who is your dream customer, because there's people who only need 30 people to inquire from them and they buy. And then there's people who need 50 people to inquire. Some even just get 10 people to inquire and they'll buy. So it depends on all these things and works for you, right? So that's the second formula to figure out. The third formula that I want you guys to know about is the leads formula. This means how many people do I need to come to my DM and ask me about my products so that I can make enough leads to buy from me. Again, you can come back later, screenshot this, take some notes. The number of leads divide by the overall volume of visits to your platform times 100. Now, I know that's a mouthful. So, what I'm trying to do here is how many people do I need to see my message, right? My marketing, my posting? How many people need to see it so that I get a certain number of people DMing me or writing me an inbox? That's what you need to know as a business owner, right? So, realize the truth is that you need lots of people to see your content, right? And then they can go like, okay, I've seen her stuff a lot, or I've seen his stuff a lot. Maybe I can go into the DM because I have a birthday coming up and I can DM that person. So realize the biggest number is the eyeballs, the people who need to see your message. And then after that, you need a smaller amount of people to get into your DM, to call, to SMS, to visit you, to ask about your products. And then out of those who ask, you need a certain percentage to actually buy from you. So what does this mean for you as a baker? You're like, how am I supposed to get tens of thousands of people to see my content? Well, here are some examples of doing it online. Let's say in 1 month, I start posting a status on my WhatsApp business page every day, like Monday to Saturday. I post, oh, we have a sale on this, or we're doing this. And I'm doing the same on Instagram stories, Facebook stories, everywhere. So in those story statuses, I have about 100 people seeing my status every day. If I have 100 people seeing my status every day, if I do this for 26 days, 2,600 people will see. They didn't DM me, they just saw. They saw my message. At the same time, I'm also posting on Instagram, I'm posting on Facebook, I'm posting on Google My Business, I'm posting on TikTok. If any of you follow in our page, Baking with Amari, formerly Amari Baking Center, you'll know we post every day and sometimes multiple times in a day. Because we want lots of people to see our content, because we know when lots of people see our content, some of them will DM us. So the reason why people are not buying from you is that no one is seeing anything. You're not posting enough times and you're not posting in enough platforms. So that means that people are not seeing your messaging. And then you post once a week and you wonder why I have no sales. Realize, like for this example, people will see on the status, 4,000 people will see, not DM, see on Instagram, 5,000 people will see on Facebook, 2,000 Google My Business, 5,000 will see on TikTok. I have more. We have 2,000 people who saw the YouTube shorts. If I look at all those people who saw the content, right? Because if you're on Instagram, if you're on Facebook, you can see your analytics, right? And you can see, oh, I reached 500,000 people. Sometimes we'll see that we reached 276,000 people. So just eyeballs, not people who said anything, just eyeballs on your content. People saw your content, right? So above what I've just counted for you guys is for a baker who's very serious and posting, and they will have about 20,600 reach, right? That means eyeballs that saw their content, right? And remember, an added bonus, if you're a bakery shop owner, maybe you have a bakery in a very good location that has a lot of foot traffic, maybe you get 400 random walk-ins like a month, right? So that's extra eyeballs on your content. And that one is, you're more likely to have somebody buy when they, come in primed to buy. So that gets my eyeballs to 21,000 people have seen my content in a month. If you have even more effective networking ways, you can even find that you are getting 400 more people to see. Maybe you have a network of people somewhere that you go and take your stuff and they're able to see that, right? Now, why am I talking about all these numbers, right? Going back to my lead conversion rate, how well do I get people to actually come into my DM? Or how well do I get people to actually buy from me, right? So if I was to see that I have 21,000 people looking at my content and I need 300 people to actually DM me so that I can make sales, and I'm trying to figure out what is my lead conversion rate. What does it take for me to get somebody from DM to actually buying from me, right? So I am going to take that 300, I'm going to divide that by the number of eyeballs, and I'm going to do times 100. That is my conversion rate, right? That means if I can get so let's say if you know your conversion rate is 1.42%, it means that you can be able to figure out how many people do you need to see your content so that you can get them to DM, so that you can get them to buy, right? Sometimes when you understand that math, it really helps. Now, of course, it does depend on your niche, marketing strategies. This could be worse numbers, it could be better numbers, it could be different things. But as long as you understand that, that basically means that you can actually get people to actually take action in your business. Now, here's the thing that you need to know, bakers, because again, people are going to misconstrue this very quickly. If you're a baker who's posting online, all the things I just talked about matter if you know who you're marketing to. You can't just have anyone just look at your stuff. Like, you're not looking for just any eyeballs. You need the specific target. Like, I cannot market wedding cakes to moms of kids who are already married. That's going to be wasting my eyeballs or wasting my reach. You need to make sure you understand whatever it is you do and who needs the thing, and then you need to get the message in front of them, right? So, this is the other thing. So, the number one reason why bakers have no sales, they're posting online, they're not posting enough. They don't even know how many people they need to talk to actually get sales. However, the other thing that makes people not make sales is you're posting online, but you don't even know what you do. You have no clarity on your offer. You don't have a niche. You don't even know who your target market is. You don't know any of those things, right? So I just want to mention that later on, I'm going to be sharing a link below that's going to have a 10-step guide on how to have a profitable cake business that works, right? That actually makes you money. So you need to realize that you need to get clear on what you're doing, who needs the thing, what you're selling, so that when you post online, you're posting enough times per day in different platforms so that you're able to get a lot of eyeballs on your message. And then out of those eyeballs, some of them are going to DM you and all that. And then on top of that, they're going to actually now convert. Now, that other stuff that goes with that, that is just one part of the equation, guys. Because obviously, for people to DM you, you need to be doing other stuff, right? You need to be writing specific messages. You need to be doing specific things to get people to actually DM you. However, first understanding that you need a lot of eyeballs on your content and some of them come to DM and then some of them buy is what's important. So the reason why you have no sales, you have zero sales, you're not posting enough, you're not posting in enough platforms. You need to make sure you have a multi-channel or omni-channel approach. I shared this in a previous video. You need to market in different places so many people are going to be seeing your message, right? Now, when it comes to actual clarity on the other things you need to do, I just want to mention something to you guys that you might be interested in. Now, if you're watching this in March 2023, today is 1st March 2023. If you're watching after March, that's okay. But if you're not, I just want to tell you guys that we have an online challenge that's going to go from March 9th to 16th. This is going to be only 250 shillings or $3 for non-Kenyan payments. And this challenge, the last time I did it, gave people a whole lot of clarity. And so the reason it's a challenge, it's supposed to be very limited time. It's like a taste, a small taste of our main mentorship. And the point is, within those few days, you learn a certain type of thing about marketing and then you go and do it in your own business. So some people have actually taken action on some of the advice that they've gotten and it has helped. So this 5-day challenge is kind of you getting that morale and getting revved up to actually market your business and do it correctly, right? And so if you're interested in this, I will be leaving a link on WhatsApp on how to reach us on WhatsApp below, and also a link on the details of this challenge so you can be able to sign up. Deadline to sign up is March 10th, guys, right? So it'll start on the 9th, but deadline to sign up is March 10th. Only committed people, make sure you have the time to actually consume the content online for this class. If you're not, please do not join the class, right? So just to recap really quickly, guys, what did we learn today? The reason that why you're not making sales in your business is because you're not posting enough times in a day and you're not posting in a lot of platforms. You need to do that so that people actually see your message. Remember, you need a huge crowd of people seeing your message. Out of that crowd, you need people who are going to message you, right? And then out of the people who message you, there are those who are going to buy. And that's why I mentioned you need to understand lead generation, which is finding potential clients. And then you need to understand conversion rate, getting those potential clients to actually buy from you. So if you ever see us posting, and if you don't follow us on social media, make sure you do Baking with Amari. If you go and check, we post multiple times in multiple platforms, Monday to Saturday. That is the only way to get a huge crowd of people seeing your content. And then on top of that, getting people to DM. And on top of that, getting people to actually buy. You need to do that for your business. Please note, international businesses are always doing this. If you're in Kenya, Safaricom is always doing this. Even Airtel is always doing this. International companies, Coca-Cola does this on a daily basis. They need lots of eyeballs to see their content so that some of the people can actually buy from them. So the more you can understand that concept of marketing, the better. I know it seems like it may be a hard concept for bakers, but when you start understanding some of these concepts, marketing becomes simpler for you. Most of the time, people are frustrated because they don't understand these things. But once you do, you can start doing the things you need to do to get more people seeing your message. Get details below on the challenge, join the challenge, and learn more. It's only 250 shillings for a limited time or $3 for non Kenyan payments. All right. Now, please make sure you watch the next video. It's going to be about a certain rule that you need to know in marketing if you want to really grow your audience and start making more and more sales. All right, guys, I will see you in the next video.